1934 as a big. Well, just some historical fact that I remember. As you may remember, 1934 was the year of their first Communications Act was enforced. But at that time, Bell Company has the market share of fixed line. Fixed line. 97%. Very high market share. And until around 1960s, 1970s, the Bell Company, the Bell Group, okay, or we say AT&T Company, has a total employees about 1 million. 1 million employees. So that was a great amount because as you think of today, not many companies, even nowadays, don't have 1 million employees. So with the protection of Kingsbury committed, AT&T became a real monopolist. So let's have a look at this very short footage to see how arrogant AT&T was. Well, I cannot do that. Junkai. I cannot click onto this hyperlink. Should we turn this off or?
看一下。这是爱意。等一下。
No. 在这个没有办法放在。
等我一下。是不是好像没办法。
OK， 好 ，OK，that's fine。
如果要开的话，可能这一台。
可以吗？
还是老师你快下课的时候再来，因为刚好可以。
好。We'll take a look at this very short clip about how AT&T, how arrogant AT&T was being a monopoly. Okay. Okay, so around AT&T company, your company being a monopoly until, well, for many decades. But in the late 60s, the things started to change. Well, at the beginning, at the end of 1960s, some people, some investors began to think, okay, we can cut into the long distance market by a new technology, which is microwave radio. So in the past, we have talked about the character of microwave radio. So one of the characteristics, it can transmit to a very long distance, but in a straight line, right? So if the distance is really that long, is along the curve of the Earth. You have to have stations to transmit the microwave signals in a straight line. But anyhow, one of the characters of microwave radio is it can transmit to a long distance. So around late 1960s, some people start to think, okay, microwave radios may be a good alternative to the traditional copper networks owned by the AT&T company. So they began to develop that technology. In 1968, well, it all happened around that time. In 1968, well, in some year before that, there was some kind of device invented. It's called cutter phone. It is a device to provide like microwave radio services. And in 1968, the FCC because FCC has already been established in 1934. In 1968, FCC approved, okay, cutter phone can be used because at that time everything that is for telecom use has to be approved by the regulator FCC. In 1968, FCC approved, okay, cutter phone being somehow a competing device of the AT&T facilities. Okay, it can be used, and AT&T you have to provide interconnection with cutter phone. And then in 1969, it was also about another company provide microwave radio services. Well, that company was called Microwave Communications Incorporation. We have to talk about the case of Microwave Communications Incorporation versus FTC in 1969. When we were talking about sometimes the regulation can be obstruction of competition, right? Because at that time, FCC published rules that AT&T has to provide long distance services at a very low rate. But if it provides service at a very low rate, its competitors who want to provide the same services as AT&T cannot cut into the market because it could not provide services at a similar rate. So NCI company sued FCC, saying, okay, the rate you set for AT&T to provide long-distance services is predatory pricing. That means this retail rate is so low that your